Hi, hello everyone. मेरा नाम है साहिल. Welcome back. Right, so चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं अपने मार्केट्स को, अपने चार्ट्स को. राइट, सबसे पहले कितना कंसोलिडेशन चल रहा है ये रेंज के, यू कैन सी दैट. Let us draw the NDUGs and NWGs first. Right. Let me just use it as an horizontal array. इसको टेक्स्ट को कोऑर्डिनेट्स अलाइनमेंट को बॉटम एंड राइट कर देते हैं एंड टेक्स्ट के कलर को ब्लैक. या हम इसको सेव भी कर देता हूँ. एन डी यू जी. ओके, एक एन डी यू जी यहाँ है, एक यहाँ है, एक यहाँ है और एक यहाँ है. बेसिकली मार्केट बेस पर्टिकुलर एरिया के पास रहेगा. राइट. सर डोंट एक्चुअली रीड दिस वन. आपको बेसिकली क्या करना है कि इस पर्टिकुलर एरिया के आसपास में जो भी एन डी यू जीज एंड डब्ल्यू जीज अवेलेबल है, सिंपली आप उसको मार्क कर दीजिए. डन. एंड उसके बाद एन डी यू जीज एंड डब्ल्यू जीज मार्क कर दिया. उसके बाद आप लोग सिंपली हाई लो मार्क कर दीजिए. हम्म. मेरे को एक पर्टिकुलर कलर पैटर्न को फॉलो करना चाहिए जो मेरा इसको आइडेंटिफिकेशन करने में ना आसानी होगा. उसको हाई लो को क्या मार्क कर दूँ मैं? लेट मी मार्क दैट, यू नो. रेड मार्क कर तो, लेकिन रेड तो क्लियर करते हैं कि वहाँ पर कुछ शॉट हुआ. ऐसे ये लाइव ग्रीन करके मैं इसको मार्क कर देता हूँ. टेक्स्ट में जाके यहाँ पर मैं लिख देता हूँ हाई स्लैश लो. सही है. मैं इसको सेव एज चल कर देता हूँ. चल. आईसीडी ने प्रेफरेंस दिया है कि लास्ट 3 दिन का एचएल या शुड हैव इन योर चार्ट. डन. बेसिकली 2024 मेंटरशिप का जो भी पीरियड है हमने उसको मार्क कर दिया. एंड वी ऑल्सो हैव अ बेसी हियर, सो शुड मार्क दैट ऑल्सो. बेसिकली इसको मैं एक एज अ रेक्टेंगल से मार्क करता हूँ बिकॉज दैट वुड मेक इट गुड. ओके. So this is it, and we do have a wick here also. If you want, you can just mark this one also, but that would make your chart look lot, you know, clumsy kind of. So I don't want to do that. Let's just go back to the 15-minute chart and see the reactions of these levels, right? Market is starting. I have just lower down the contrast and just see it's not looking that good to me, to be honest. Leave it. So what happened right now? Let us just read the charts. Um, Actually, what happened was that in the daily chart, what's the bias? Where can the market actually go? No, first of all, this was sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Market moved up from it, but market failed to reject that. You know, it should show immediate rejection if it's actually bearish. Kind of trying to show that, yeah, that's the logic. Um, because in this, I guess market found Bucky didn't make the body below that. So that could indicate that it's actually going to be bullish. I'm just saying that we have an objective over here, which is the high. This one, this wick right over there. If I can just mark that, it's basically this one. Mm. These are all the PD arrays from the daily charts, which have been marked in green. That's basically what it can do. But what about this particular session? What can the market do right now? Let us talk about that. It moved downwards from here. You know what it did? Moved upwards, taken this short term 15-minute high, moved downwards, got this engineer liquidity, but it still have those liquidity right over here. You can see all those low. Then it moved upwards. This is basically that yesterday's wick. Basically, you can say this one is the wick. Just moved here, moved downwards, taking this low, moved upwards. The lower quadrant of this whole swing moved upwards from here, and we have got this particular swing right over here. You can see that how this particular level allows us to predict the next day wick actually. That's so good. We have a 15-minute, what is this, buy side imbalance and sell side inefficiency. We have that particular thing, so just mark that. Mm, right, this is it, and it's actually meandering in the lower quadrant area, isn't it? Now let's actually view the price. That's this particular basic. First of all, I have just delineated this whole basic. It moved downwards, taking support from this quadrant, moved upwards, moved downwards, failed to get support in this quadrant. Consequent encroachment, found levels in it, moved upwards in this range, then moved downwards, failed to get support here, moved upwards, and right now it's meandering in this lower quadrant area. So right now, any PD arrays other than this particular 15-minute PD arrays, they are of no use basically. You don't need them. You just need this particular 15-minute PD arrays that the market should actually move from this particular PD array. and then and only then you can actually uh, predict whether it's going to the NDOGs or NWGs. But first, right now, you have to make sure that this particular level actually get crossed, because the market, what the market is trying to do right now is that the market is trying to make a channel over here, and it really hurts if you don't know how to trade in the channel. Okay, so yeah, the English only. No problem. Now it's very. You can see the price action right now. It's Sunday today, and if it is not having a USD in it, support of US dollar, who's like it has no life in it basically. That's a buy. The consequent judgment. Let's say if it's trying to go to the volume imbalance or this end DOG. You can see it right over here. The support from the quadrant area. My God, it should be 15 seconds. Yeah. Let's make the stop loss right over here. That's my basic strategy. I want a bit movement to get my position to the break even, and then I just move the stop loss to the break even, and I have no control over the trade. The thing is that if you are trying to predict, it's good, but if you are trying to actually find out each and every particular move, the reason behind each and every particular move, then probably you're going to hurt yourself and your brain also. That's why what I do is that I need a particular move to make my PNL positive, so that it can bear the drawdown in the stop loss, and then I just move the stop loss to the break even. Right. That's the basic strategy. And after that, it's all luck. If it wants to go, if I'm good, it will go. If I'm not good, that's a losing transaction. That's particularly by what my setup is. Currently, it moved up. I would have moved my stop loss right above the break even, and then I waited for it to clear out this high. No, right now the market has got these lows. The market has got these highs. What the other trader would do is that they would try to make it as a pennant pattern and try to get the breakout. Right now it moved downwards, got the breakout, taken this low. I've told you that we have low right over here, right? All these lows. Sunday is good because it allows us to, you know, trade the liquidity. Because right now we don't have a such high quality inefficiency here. That's a short to this low basically. It should reject this particular, you know, quadrant area, ideally. We have liquidity over here. It should actually show speed. If it move till here, I will make the stop loss to the break even. And see the candle is trying to make a body here. So what do you think? Would you buy right over here, seeing that there is a major objective which is left over here? Let's try to mark out this particular thing here. Let's see how the market behaves in these quadrant area. This area, it's it's the totally rejection area. If it crossed that, that's losing transaction again. I want to see the reactions of these levels. Let's see how the price reacts. That's particularly not a good thing. I just um, changed my trade. That is the reaction from the quadrant area. Consequent encroachments that should support the price here. Can I see a reaction from the consequent encroachments? Let's see. That's the reaction. That's the short-term high. Stop loss to the break-even. This is the first partial. Actually, it should actually cross that thing, having no difficulties crossing these areas. Especially the consequent encroachment area. You know, what matters is this particular area. It's everything to the price. Yeah, what you are trying to do right now is that you're trying to study the behavior of the price in these three levels. How the price behaves in these three levels, and you will learn the trading. For the reactions from these levels. Should show zero respect to that quadrant area if it's actually bullish right now. That's definitely what I would expect here. I'll try. If I would be really bullish, I would. Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to say. No. So, it is it. What I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to study the reaction. Take the partial, in these conditions, what I do is that I just take the partial here and I let the trade run. If I would be lucky, I would get most of the movement. Because you cannot just pinpoint each and every, candlestick. That's not possible. Right. We are just trading in these, you can see that. We are trading right over here, which we shouldn't be doing because ideally you want bread and butter setup. Just take take that liquidity and go. No, I was actually wrong right over here because it took this liquidity over here and it was showing zero respect in this quadrant area. That was the first signature. It is not that bullish. Plus this particular sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, they marked over here. That quadrant, it crossed that quadrant. We got a this 15-second BC move till here and then bang, it just launched it. That's showing that it's showing its power. And then again, no respect in that upper quadrant. Seeing this thing, I just buy the trade. Right now, we got a partial. and the price is dancing in those levels. I want to see how the price react in the consequent encroachment, and then and only then you can see. Yeah, it moved downwards from the consequent encroachment. Now it's in the lower quadrant. Let's see how the price reacts. Let me remove this thing. Right, I want to see if it's actually trying to react from that's a cell. Really, our quadrant. Um, I want to have zero rejection from the upper quadrant here, and I want 100% rejection from the this particular quadrant over here. See, as the price, that's what I don't. I want speed here, bro. It should show me speed, not like it's meandering in those levels. I just failed to mark this particular BC. You should be looking in the other time frames too. This was that particular BC here. Move to the consequent postponement rejection. Right now, if it's actually bullish, I would be wrong. It should show reaction from that level, or else I will just reverse the position. It's actually not going down from there. Bang, it should be reversed. I'm just trading the that particular reactions from that level. I know that when the price is moving, where is the price moving, but I'm not good at predicting. Um, it's at the end of the trade because if you would have buy it from here, you would have got a lot of time till the market go here. Right? You can just it's up to you if you can adjust your stop loss right over here. But right now it moved downwards. It moved downwards from this particular consequence coachment, moved downwards from here and bounced off from that area. Right. That's a totally bullish signature. I don't need that. I was just seeing my reaction when I was just actually seeing those things. It bounced off from the upper quadrant of this CB. That was totally a very, very bullish signature. And then it moved up, bounced off from the lower area. It moved up, and we were trading. Why didn't we got this particular move when we were trading right over here? We got a couple of good moves and bad moves. Right now, if I would be bullish, I would have reversed my position because it's hard to do that. But whenever you are trading, you just have a button. You can just click on that button and bang, the position is actually reversed, right? And these particular trades will actually mitigate all the losses which you would suffer right over here. So what I'm trying to say is that I have to improve myself on predicting to getting only one trade per hour, right? Only one trade, one high quality HQ, one HQ trade, high quality trade, and that would be what I would need. Let's see how the price react. I'm not seeing what we have in the left, but we do have an important thing in the left, which is this particular CB. The reactions from all these deadly reactions, where they come from? They come from only one level, which is this particular level. What's this? I want to see how the price react from this particular level. Right. Man, that's a deadly reaction. I want to see how the price react from these quadrant. These up. My God, that was a very, very, very fast reaction. So the reaction from the consequent encroachment of this particular theory. Bang, that's it. I guess the price is probably, see the price action. It moved up take that liquidity. It's actually moving down. I want to see if it wants to take this particular liquidity or that particular liquidity. I want to see what the price is trying to take. This one or that one. We do have a volume imbalance right away. I want to see the way where the price is actually trying to go. That's not a bearish signature. As I told you, right? Right over there. I'm gonna see it take this high. Right over here. It moved downwards, taking this liquidity right over here. Moved upwards, trying to go the consequent encroachment. The reaction from the consequent right now can just move the stop loss up till the consequent encroachment right over here. I want to see the reaction from. I really want to be the reaction from this consequent encroachment level. Really. This is the thing. These are the things basically that you should be actually aware of. You know, ideally in the best, like if nothing is wrong in this world, the best case scenario, it should have zero respect in these levels like that. I want to see the reaction from the upper quadrant area. Now the price behaves moving down to this particular CV. I want to see how the price uses this quadrant. The upper quadrant. And this particular area. That could be a first partial stop loss to the break even and ride the trades. That's particular what my logic is. Let's see how the price enters in that particular fills that imbalance by exceeding efficiencies. Ideally, it should not actually cross the quadrant area if it's actually bullish there. That was really good. All the that's an important thing. All the major movements, all the good movements in the price happens only after it took a liquidity area. Right? See the reactions from here. I want to see how the price react from this quadrant area. What's the time right now? Is it half an hour? It's actually half an hour. Does it support the price or is it actually rejecting the price? That's what is most important right now. जाने वो कैसे लोग थे जिनकी प्यार को प्यार मिला, हमने तो बस कलियां गी, कांटों का हार मिला, जाने वो कैसे लोग थे जिनके प्यार को प्यार मिला, बिछड़ गया हर साथी देखे, पल दो पल पासा, किसको फुर्सत है जो था दीवानों का. The reaction from, I just marked the whole swing, the reaction from the consequent pushment, this particular swing. Plus, we have a volume imbalance here. That's a good one. Let's see how the market actually behaves in this consequent pushment, trying to reach. We do have a volume imbalance here. And we do have a liquidity area here. This I should, everything is looking yellow. Make it orange. Not orange, it's not visible there. Make it this one. It felt, this reaction. It felt from the upper quadrant here. Right now it's in the lower quadrant here. I want to see how the price reacts from here. Definitely not a good thing. Immediate rejection is needed. I want to see does the price actually. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Hey Ram, hey Ram. Hey Ram, hey Ram. I want to see how the price reacts from the quadrant area. तू ही दाता, तू ही पिता है. That's definitely what I don't want. I want immediate reaction upwards, or else it will try to move downwards towards P area. तू ही दाता, तू ही पिता है. La 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 la. तेरे चरणों में शाम, तेरा राम. Show the zero respect in this quadrant again, because it's trying to visit that particular quadrant again, and if you are trying to do the same thing again, and if you failed in that particular thing, you would feel very very bad right now. That's what it is feeling right now. I want to see the reaction from the consequent pushment I do have. Immediate reaction, basically. Immediate. If it's not, that's not a good thing. Yeah. This is the liquidity which it has engineered over here. The price can't move in a bullish way again and again, right? It's not possible for the price to move like that. It has to show some rejection. तू ही दाता, तू ही पिता है. Honestly, how the price reacts from the upper quadrant area. मेरे महबूब कयामत होगी, जाने जब इस दिल नाकाम सिर्फ सत होगी मेरी नजर देख how the reactions are the consequent question. I want to see how it react there. मेरी नजरें तो गिला करती है तेरे दिल को भी सनम तुझे शिकायत आराम करूँगा सारे तेरी गली में आया सनम नगमा वफा का गाता सनम तुझसे सुनाना चाहता सनम फिर आज इधर आया हूँ मगर ये कहने मैं दीवाना इतना बसा ये वहशत होगी जाने जब इस दिल ना सिर्फ सत होगी. That reaction from that consequent encroachment is very important. The price is meandering in these two quadrants here. मुझे तुम नजर से गिरा तो रहे हो मुझे तुम नजर से गिरा तो रहे हो मुझे तुम कभी भी भुला ना सकोगे न जाने मुझे क्यों यकीन हो चुका है मेरे प्यार को तुम मिटा ना सकोगे. I want to see how the price react from that particular level. Let's take in down that short-term liquidity right over there. This reaction is very important. एहसान तेरा गम मुझे पर दिल चाहता है वो कहने दो मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है मुझे पलकों की छाँव में रहने दो एहसान तेरा गम मुझ पर जो. Ideally, if it is not showing reaction, yeah, I've got a losing trade. What I did was that I got a reaction from that short-term low and a jump from that quadrant is what I would need right now. It's not showing that particular thing with speed. Basically, that's not a good trade. मुझे तुम नजर से गिरा तो रहे हो मुझे तुम कभी भी भुला ना सकोगे न जाने मुझे क्यों यकीन हो चुका है मेरे प्यार को तुम हटा. Why is the market silent right now? You see the reaction from that level. Ideally, it should move up, bro. It shouldn't meander like this. The market is doing algorithmic calculation. What it is trying to do in the next 15 minutes. Let's see which liquidity is that market trying to hunt. This liquidity or don't have anything other than this reaction from the board rate. एहसान तेरा होगा मुझ पर दिल चाहता है. I want to see the reaction from this level. ओ कहने दो मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है मुझे पलकों की छाँव में रहने दो एहसान तेरा होगा मुझे पर तू चाहता है वो कहने दो मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत हो गई है मुझे पलकों की छाँव में रहने दो I wanna see the reaction from the consequent encroachment and the quadrant area for the reaction from the upper quadrant. That's basically what I don't want right now. I'm gonna see the reaction from the lower quadrant area. It would actually be, give me basic speed basically. Should not uh, reject from this particular consequent encroachment area. Should give me speed. Trying to move towards eating up all those liquidity in the above area. Hey Ram, hey Ram, तू ही दाता तू ही पिता है तेरे चरणों में हर शाम हे राम हे राम. Now the price is right over the upper quadrant. I don't want the price to meander there. I want price to move up from that's consequent force reaction. That's basically not only the reaction. If we lose the quadrant area, we lose. We have lost basically. That's what I want to see how to react from these levels. But that was a very strong, one. That was a very strong move. Ideally, it should have shown zero respect there. Move downwards. I want to see how it reacts in this consequent in this lower quadrant basically. तू ही दाता तू ही पिता है. Should actually show zero respect in this upper quadrant here. तेरे चरणों में हर शाम हे राम हे राम. That upper quadrant, that's very important. Right now, again, the price is doing that same thing. If it take that low, basically, if you take that low quadrant, I will end the stream. So the price has gone mad. Basically, it's done. Has done its job, basically. Let's see the reaction from this level. That's basically where I get caught up because in 1 minute we have the market actually moving towards liquidity in 1 minute. 30 seconds basically. I want to see which area does it wants to attack. That's a very important thing. I want to see which area does it wants to attack. This area, this area. Let's see. Let's see which area they're trying to attack. Can be any area. Hey Ram, hey Ram. I want to see the reaction from this level. तू ही पिता है तेरे चरणों. If it moved downwards from here, I want to see the reaction from here. Hey, मुझे तुम नजर से गिरा तो रहे हो, मुझे तुम कभी भी भुला ना सकोगे, न जाने मुझे क्यों यकीन हो चुका है, मेरे प्यार को तुम मिटा ना सको. The consequence question here is very important. तू ही दाता, तू ही पिता है, तू ही दाता, तू ही पिता, तेरे चरणों हर शाम मेरा Ideally, I want to see the reaction from this particular quadrant here. If it's not showing immediate reaction from here, that's not a good thing. La 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 la. Hey Ram, hey Ram, तू ही दाता, तू ही पिता है, दाता, तू ही पिता है, तेरे चरणों मेरे श्याम मेरा it is spending a lot of time in the lower quadrant area. Let's see. I want to see how the price react in this quadrant area. Ideally, it should not reject that particular thing. That basically is not good. It should not reject that thing. Move down towards the upper quadrant area. This silly. Again towards that lower quadrant area. Again there. जीना के लिए सोचा भी नहीं, दिल उठाए मुस्कुराए तो मुस्कुराने से अर्ज उठाने होंगे, मुस्कुराए तो ऐसे लगता ऐसे तुमसे नाराज नहीं, जिंदगी है परेशान जीने के लिए न चाहे नहीं कुछ उतारने वाले मुस्कुराए तो मुस्कुराने के मुस्कुराए तो ऐसा लगता है अब अरे तो तुमसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी है the reaction from this level. जो भेजी थी दुआ आके आसमां पे टकरा गई आगे लौट के सदा मुझे तुम जैसे गिरा तो रहे हो है तुम जैसे गिरा low quadrant of that CB plus low quadrant upper low quadrant from this CB. Let's see. फन तेरा होगा मुझे पर तू चाहता है वो कहने दो मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत. If it lose this particular ground, that's the end. Then definitely it's going to go with the direction. मेरी भीगी भीगी सी मेरी भीगी भीगी सी पलकों से रह के जैसे मेरे सपने बिखर के जले मन तेरा भी किसी के मिलन का अनामिका तू भीतर से मेरी भीगी भीगी सी आग से नाता नारी से रिश्ता क्या मन समझ न पाया मुझे क्या हुआ था एक बेवफा. Must the reaction from there. प्यार आया तेरी बेवफाई पे हंसे जग सारा गली गली गुजरे जिधर से जले मन तेरा बिना किसी के मिलन को मनाने का भीतर से मेरे भीगे भीगे से. There's a lot of balanced areas right over here, and the price will show speed crossing those areas. Particularly, the price is going to lose the ground there. तुम कितने आस कितने दूर है चांद सितारे सच पूछूं तो मन को झूठे लगते हैं ये सारे मगर सच्चे लगते हैं ये धरती. I want to see the reaction from the consequence coachman. ये नदियाँ ये रहना ओ रे तुम कितने पास है, कितने दूर है चांद सितारे. सच पूछूं तो मन को झूठे लगते हैं ये सारे, मगर सच्चे लगते हैं ये धरती ये नदियाँ ये रहना और तुम. So the reaction 2 times in that low quadrant area. Sorry, not in the low quadrant, in the consequent question basically. I want to see how the price moves in this particular quadrant area. Because the price is entering, sorry, the price is entering in a very balanced price action area. So I want to see how the price react in that particular area, and then only then I can tell something. कैसे जाओगे. मगर अच्छे लगते हैं ये धरती ये नदियाँ. That was a reaction from here downwards. So the price is moving in a very balanced action way. Oh my god. Let's see how the price react from the lower area. Today's Sunday because that's why I'm doing all these shitty price action drills. कैसे कल सुबह जाओगे. मगर सच्चे लगते हैं ये धरती ये नदियाँ ये रहना. तुम सबको छोड़ के कैसे कल सुबह जागे. I was, struggling in the price action. The market moved downwards, taking the whole stop all these years. So I have to improve this thing. I want to see which area does it actually belong to. हम सबको छोड़ के कैसे हम सुबह जागे. The price done all these things what the price could do. Got all these stops here. Taken down that stop. I want to see how the price react in the low quadrant and in the upper quadrant and in the consequent encroachment. हे राम हे राम, तू ही दाता, तू ही पिता है, तेरे चरणों में हर काम है राम है राम। हम्म। मुझे तुम नजर से गिरा तो रहे हो, मुझे तुम नजर से गिरा तो रहे हो, मुझे तुम कभी भी भुला ना सकोगे। I wanna see how it reacts from the consequent encroachment. कोई फरियाद तेरे दिल में कटी हो जैसे, कोई फरियाद तेरे दिल में कटी हो जैसे, जागते जागते एक उम्र कटी हो। Move, taking the security over there. Let's see how it reacts in this particular liquidity area. आँखों से छूना तुम, मेरा गीत अमर कर दो, बन जाओ मीत मेरे, मेरा प्रीत अमर कर दो, ना उम्र की सीमा हो, ना जन्म का हो बंधन, जब प्यार करे कोई तो देखे केवल नई रीत चला कर तुम, नई रीत चला कर तुम, ये रीत अमर कर दो, होठों से छू लो तुम, ये गीत अमर कर दो, जग ने छीना मुझसे, मुझे जो भी लगा प्यारा, सब चीता किए मुझसे, मैं हरदम ही हारा, तुम हार के दिल अपना, तुम हार के दिल में अपना, मेरी जीत. I guess it was the busy in the daily range. Let's see how it reacts there. Alright guys, so I guess it's probably 1 hour right now, and I'm actually tired. Right, so it's 1 hour and 4 minutes basically. So this was basically a drill. It's not meant for trading, it's meant to improve my price action reading, to know which are the more like which are the highest probability trade and which are the less probability trade. That is what I want to learn in this, or I have to learn in this whole session. That's what I have learned, right? So basically I will meet you in the next video basically tomorrow. Till then, take care and see ya. Meet you soon guys. Well, then let's see how the price react and reaches those NDOG level. Okay, pretty soon